Hello, this is Emily Bellinger, and today we are going to discuss authoritarian parenting style. Throughout this presentation, I will define authoritarian, give examples, and give tips for teachers that deal with this particular parenting style. What is authoritarian, you might ask? Well, authoritarian is a parenting style that is demand and response. Things are done the parent's way with no input of the child. The article Authoritarian Parenting by Afshin Hirani talks about some examples of authoritarian parenting. Some of these examples are do it because I say so. Parents often tell their children to do something and they expect the child to do it just because they told them to. Another example is don't talk back to me, I am the parent. The parent often thinks that the children shouldn't talk back. They think that everything that they say is the right thing. And you better listen to me because I am right. The parent often thinks that the child has absolutely no input whatsoever. Some characteristics of authoritarian parenting style are that parents are controlling. They feel like they have control and power over their child. They also do not give choice or opinion when it comes to something as simple as what they would like to eat for breakfast. These parents also have high demand and give low response. They are also not as caring and do not show much love or affection for their children. These types of parents are not as involved when it comes to school functions or activities. Due to this type of parenting, children develop a low self-esteem and low confidence in themselves. Afshin Hirani states that this affects cognitive and social development. Some negative impacts that the authors in the book Developmentally Appropriate Curriculum explained were that children under authoritarian parenting have a higher chance of developing a mental health problem. These children also tend to be more unfriendly, resentful, and unhappy. Some positive impacts that children tend to refrain from are smoking, drinking, and they tend to follow the law, says Afshin Hirani. Here are 7 tips for teachers when communicating with authoritarian parents. 1. Try to be understanding. Ask yourself, why did the child do that? Was it appropriate, or do you need to talk to them? 2. Explain children learn best from mistakes. Explain that you shouldn't yell at them because they'll feel worthless or unwanted. 3. Understand that guidelines are appropriate, but know the limit. For example, if a child is asked to put up their toys, but they put it in the wrong basket, don't yell at them for failing the task. Simply praise them for putting away their toys and explain that it was in the wrong basket. 4. Figure out the best way of communication, whether it be by phone, email, or etc. That way, you're able to keep in frequent contact. 5. Encourage emotions and be more involved. Explain to the parent to not be afraid to show their child some love or affection towards them. Chances are they are glad and they needed to hear that. Explain decision-making as a benefit. For example, explain to the parent that even if something's small, like would you like to wear a sweater or a long sleeve, children will feel like they have some sort of power. 7. Talk and listen to each other. Explain that talking and listening is just the best advice that can be given. Sit down and simply just talk, even if it's just about how their day went. And here's a little extra one, but the most important one. Be positive. This shows the parent you are confident that you can help and see potential and success in their child. 7 tips for teachers when communicating with students. 1. Set personal goals. Explain to the student that they need to set goals that they believe they can achieve themselves. An example of this could be by having them pick how many books they want to read a year. 2. Providing an opportunity to share their opinion. Ask the student what they think. 3. Allow students to talk about their feelings. Inform them that if they need to talk to somebody, they can reach out to the teacher or a school counselor. 4. Comfort them in the classroom. Make sure the classroom feels like a safe and caring environment. 5. Support emotional behavior. Let the students know that it's okay to need time to set out and have a space in your classroom that children can go and settle in. 6. Encourage involvement in the classroom activities. Explain to them that activities are important to do as a class. If the child doesn't like completing things on their own, get them a buddy. 7. Encourage trial and error. Let the students know that it is okay to mess up, to simply just try again.